Somewhere along the line, we decided that we needed to get motivated before we do anything big or go to achieve any goal or start a new habit. But it's just simply not true. And motivation is kind of something that our minds made up that we needed in order to do anything. And as Mel Robbins says, motivation is just garbage. Hi, I'm Heather, and if we haven't met, I started this channel in order to build a healthier lifestyle for myself. And I hope you join me along the way. So what really happens when we want to get motivated and we want to go to achieve something new? You see, our minds are designed to keep us safe and take the path of least resistance. It just wants to keep you in that comfortable zone because it feels safe there. So if you're just sitting around waiting for this motivation to come for you to do something or start something new, it's just simply not going to come because your mind just stops you and whoa. That is uncomfortable. I don't want to be doing that. That looks too hard. I'm out. I'm not doing it, because it just wants to keep you in that safe and comfortable zone. According to James Clear, and the writer of Atomic Habits, which is an excellent book if you have not read it, highly recommend it, and I'll leave a link below for you. He gives us 3 steps in order to get motivated and start taking action. So James's first step is to schedule it. If you find yourself saying, I don't know when I'm gonna work out, I don't know if I have the time today, this week, I don't know where I'm gonna go to the gym. So if you find yourself asking those types of questions, then it's a good sign that you need to start scheduling it in. So the whole process around scheduling it actually takes the decision making out of when and where you're going to do something. It puts that process on autopilot, if you will, because you're already blocking it out ahead of time. So my example for this is I go to the gym Monday through Friday with my friend. I have it on my schedule from 4:30 to 6 that I'm going to the gym with her. It gives me plenty of time to get there and back, get changed for the gym, but it's on my calendar Monday through Friday. Whether we go Monday through Friday or not, it's still on there. It's on my calendar. I'm not going to book something else on top of it. I'm making time for it. I'm putting it as a priority by putting it on my schedule. This might be where you take a little time, maybe on a Sunday evening after dinner or sometime during the week. You can sit there and schedule what your task that you want to achieve. Take your big goal, that big milestone that you want to hit, or something you want to start doing, and start scheduling it into your calendar. Whether it's a paper or digital planner, it doesn't matter. I use a Google Calendar and I schedule everything in there. Even like filming these videos, I go through the week. Every week it changes, but I go through the week and I put in the calendar where I'm going to start filming. So I might have an hour here on this day, I might have 2 hours allotted this week. It definitely changes every week because, you know, we have a busy house, so it's gonna change every week. But I'm putting it in there because I want to make it a priority for myself and to build content and create this channel for you. If you're more of a check off type person, also Google Calendar has a great task section where you can actually put the tasks on the calendar, and after you do them, you check them off. I do that similar for this channel. I also have a task that video goes live at, you know, on my calendar when the video goes live, and that way I can check it off. It reminds me to go to the channel to check if anybody left comments or anything like that. James's step 2 is to create a pre-game routine. James explains that the work of the top creatives in the world do not depend on motivation or inspiration to hit them, but instead they rely on mindless rituals that get them in the habits or get them to the zone of doing tasks for the things that they want to accomplish. And I say mindless, and that's my wording, mindless, because once again, you're creating this pre-routine or ritual or pre-game routine because it's something that you're going to do each time that's going to get you in the zone beforehand, and it also takes that decision-making process out of the whole equation. And I love this little pre-game routine because it actually lifts your energy up and puts you into a higher vibe, if you will, to get you into whatever you're doing. So say, for example, you need to go on Instagram stories every morning for your business or every day for your business, or you need to do an Instagram live every week. Put on a playlist, create a playlist that is gonna lift your moods, get you excited to jump on Instagram and do what you need to do. I'm telling you, people are gonna feel that energy through the camera and through the video. They are just gonna feel your positive energy and the vibe that you created beforehand as you go into the task that you need to get done. James's third step is to master the Goldilocks rule. James actually gives a really good analogy, and I'm gonna steal this one for the video because it's just that good. Say you go to play tennis and your first match is against a 4-year-old and you're used to playing tennis. It's not going to be very hard, is it? Your match is going to quickly become boring because obviously the match is too easy, and then your motivation is going to just dip and decrease. Now if we flip it the other way around, you go to play tennis and you're going up against Serena Williams, well then, that changes a lot. Your motivation in this case is gonna deeply decrease because the match is just gonna be way too hard. The sweet spot, what James Clear likes to call the Goldilocks rule, is finding tasks to what you wanna achieve that are just beyond your own limitations or your own limits. As humans, we are all about challenges. I mean, I'm creating a whole channel based off of this concept, but we tend to like them in this little sweet spot. Nothing too easy, so it's not boring, but nothing too hard because you'll quickly feel defeated. Both of these scenarios leave you with lack of motivation, or your motivation is in the dust. The key is to really find tasks or create tasks in some cases to your goals or milestones or something that you want to start doing in this sweet spot. So I have a few of my own additions that I want to say that comes with trying to create your own motivation or get motivated, or even just to start taking action, because that's basically what this is. Your motivation is just the concept really of you taking action. Motivation, I'm just gonna say, don't wait for it. It's not something that's going to come and then you can start taking action. Motivation is something that actually comes after you take action. Motivation, or really what it really is momentum. But going back to not waiting for motivation, this is actually technically called intrinsic motivation, and it's inside all of us, and it only comes when you start taking action. My other little side note is stop chasing motivation and just let motivation chase you instead. So that's part of the whole, you're building motivation, you're getting motivated. It's really only momentum. After you start taking action, that momentum will follow you and will continue to follow you, and you get more excited and you get more motivated because you're building that on that momentum. You're building on that taking action. And my last little side note, allow the reason for getting started to propel you to start. But I don't want you to lean on that as a crutch as you're moving forward. This is where coming in, very important to have a strong why you want to do whatever you want to do, or why you want to achieve what you want to achieve. But allow that why to expand and become something that's living within you. Don't be so set in a certain why or a certain set of goals or milestones. Allow them to move and to expand and organically grow as you move along. So a good example of this is my why for creating this channel. The whole reason behind it was to keep myself accountable to building a healthier lifestyle. But now I'm starting to feel like it's not just all about me. It's growing, or starting to grow, hopefully, into something so much bigger than what I had originally planned. And I'm now looking at it as a way to serve others and to expand and share knowledge that I find useful and helpful. And not only that, I really look forward to building a bigger community here on the platform. So I really hope this video gave you some insight on motivation, or momentum, as I like to call it, and some practical tips and techniques that you could actually implement fairly easily to help you get started and go after what it is you really want to go after, or even motivates you to take action today. As always, I am cheering you on. I hope you're cheering me on too, and I will see you next week. Bye.